The architecture of independence, which I lived as a child and experienced it very personally, spoke of a certain aspiration. I think we all knew it wasn't by us, but it was for us, because it was part of our everyday.
Modernism entered the African architectural vocabulary generally after the Second World War, when a lot of young European architects came to West Africa to help in development.
When there is peace, when people can think, then the creatives begin to come to the fore. So it's just at the right time. I think it's just at the point where we must begin to have serious discussions about looking into the future for our city. I think it is apt. I think the discussions are strong, and it will help us if we continue to discuss.
I think it's fantastic, and the timing is right, because we can now see across the sub-Saharan region architecture that cuts across in all the regions. About 5 countries are represented here, and it shows the unity as well as diversity that we have.
The exhibition, curated by German architect and academic Manuel Herz, is outstanding in itself. But from the very beginning it has been decided that we will also use it as a canvas for further discussion and events. So we try to draw a line from the past with a symposium curated by Bernard Ackwood-Jackson and Black Star Lines Kumasi to the very present with performances by spoken word artists from Ihala Casa and book readings and discussions curated by the Writers Project of Ghana to really continue these discussions and create platforms of exchange, not only in Ghana but worldwide. And this is an integral part of the work of the Goethe-Institut.
I think for me it's interesting to hear architects talk about the spaces in between and not specifically about the buildings.
One of the things that we have to do more is to consider the labor forms that goes into the production of spaces, because we always take that for granted.
I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation with Caricature. I learned a lot about pride, Africanism, just his decision to stay, right, at a time where he could have probably left the country, and I'm curious what would have become of this generation of artists if he had decided to leave.
What I've taken is the almost inevitable symbiotic relationship between the artist, the architect or the designer, the politicians, and all of these different practitioners and professionals. Through that, then we are able to understand our modernity and how to respond and evolve.
So I think that the architecture of the future has to be a way that it should be able to include all forms of life, and also should be a lot more critical in the way that it manifests or the way that it is thought about or built.
The exhibition showcased an extraordinary collection of post-colonial buildings in Africa. Alongside highly charged discussions, the exhibition, which easily passes as the best for 2018 in Ghana, has rekindled the debate on the future of architecture in Ghana.